This cup surrounded by wires is stressing me out.
Thank you. That's mine. That's all part of the program. Quora is about taking risks, Catherine.
Oh, okay.
It's a little different than your run-of-the-mill Reddit.com.
Sure.
Your favorite website, Reddit.com.
Should I
You big
fasten
Redditor.
my seatbelts?
Oh, yeah.
Should I check my socks so they're not knocked straight off?
Keep your hands in the vehicle.
At all times?
Just most of them.
Okay.
You gotta do what you can when Quora's in the pan. That's right. A new episode of Quorators starts now. Ooh. It's been a while since we hit that one, right?
People love it, though. I think it's people's favorite sound.
People love the cow. Folks, welcome to Quorators, your number one show where we ask, what is Quora? It's your hosts, Alex and Jeremy.
How's it going?
Hey!
It's me, Jeremy. Sorry, I was looking at the website.
You up to something?
I
Yeah.
don't even see our question from last week.
Is
I found it.
there anything you like better than looking at the website, Jeremy?
I just love looking at Quora.com.
I know that it's the tops for me. It's the tops for me.
Nothing gets better than that.
Well, we have a very special guest this week, all the way from the Big Apple. That's right.
We say this every week whenever we have someone.
Well, they're always from there, and she's got this hot new musical show you have to check out. Please welcome to the program, the one and only Katie Rosalie on America's Sweetheart. Welcome to the show, Katie.
Thank you. It's so good to be here in your living room again, Alex.
Yes. Well, things are a little different now because we're on video.
It's true. And the
Yeah.
Jeremys have changed.
The
And we
Jeremys.
got new Jeremy just dropped.
Yeah, new Jeremy. It's like Roseanne, where they switched
yeah.
them out. New
Right.
Becky.
And they expect
I'm not sure
us.
what direction I'm supposed to be looking at.
Camera one,
Yeah.
camera two.
Camera 2, switch to 2, and back to 1, and click. That is actually how I edit these. It does feel like I am being paid a lot more money than I am cutting between two cameras, but that's
If
besides
only
the
the
point.
boss would give you a raise.
Yeah.
Moo. Well, Katie, you've dealt with a lot of statements in your life, but have you found time for questions?
You know, many statements, not as many questions,
Right.
but I feel like I'm ready.
Well, we have a question for you, and
Yes.
it's, who is ready to start the party?
You said that like that was a catchphrase we've done. I like it.
I'm sorry.
I'm ready
I
to
regret
start the
saying-
party.
I
Do-
didn't
do you like it?
Because I felt like maybe there was a canned response.
Do you like it? It didn't seem like anyone liked it.
I see on this show the buttons are allowed to be pressed.
Yeah, they have to be pressed.
I can't help but notice.
The buttons are for this show. If you press the button on other shows, I owe myself $5 or something.
That's true.
It's like borrowing props.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just making observations.
Show business is so dynamic. There's really no way to pin it down. But so the way that we start the show, I don't know if you're familiar. We end every episode with a question to ask to the community over at Quora, and we begin the show by following up saying, "What does the world think? How did they answer our questions?"
Okay.
What's last week's question, Jeremy?
What is the best way to have sweet dreams? Unfortunately, we got 0 answers to this.
0 answers.
Nobody knows.
So no one knows that sweet dreams are made of this.
Right.
Right?
Seems like a gimme, even if you weren't gonna spend too much time on it. You shouldn't eat too late. I know that's a thing with sweet dreams. Now we're just doing
Yeah.
our best to answer the question. I feel like such a fucking
You
loser
go to sleep
right
pretty
now.
early. You're an early sleeper.
Yeah, like midnight.
That's pretty early.
That's pretty early. We're both teens. We're both young, hot teens. And it takes us 90 minutes
Yeah.
to make a TikTok clip.
Alex, it's well known that you're an emancipated teen.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's true.
My parents can't tell me what to do.
Jeremy comes by to hang out because you live by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in the Into the Wild bus.
Oh no.
But the difference is I don't die there. I actually
That's good.
thrive and do really well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I pass all my classes in a bus. Buses have such a negative perception in media, and it's time it stops.
Oh, but positive bus representation is really important.
Yeah, they got a bus that wide open.
Yeah, Magic school bus.
Magic school bus. That's a positive
That's a
one.
positive one.
The bus from Speed, right? Is that a bus?
No, that's negative. That's the bus that's
I
going
would
to
argue
explode.
that bus overcomes its circumstances.
Yeah.
Sure.
It rises up.
It goes through the hero's journey.
At one point, they
According
fix
to
it
Joseph
while
Campbell.
it's moving. That's pretty crazy.
You know, I heard the bus from Speed is the same bus in Running Man.
Is that true? Hollywood facts. They'll always come and they'll get you. But
The most bookable bus.
all right, so we know these, forward-facing buses, these buses that,
These busty buses.
these Maxim magazine buses. But the thing is that representation true for buses that are parked and dilapidated, buses that have been
Sure.
abandoned in a field
Sure.
in Alaska?
Yeah.
Because no one's like, oh, good, a bus in an abandoned field in Alaska, probably a good thing.
They got rid of that one too. They had to helicopter it out of Alaska because people kept going to it.
Oh, look, his bones are here. Stop
People
touching
kept reading
those.
this story about a kid who traveled to the middle of Alaska and then died because he couldn't escape. And we're like, let's go there.
Right.
And they kept dying.
Well, it's not because he couldn't escape. It's because he ate bad meat and died.
Well, he tried to get out, but the water was too high,
Yeah.
and then he couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a whole
Alaska was
list
trying to
read.
gatekeep that bus.
It's so
from the
true.
community,
It's
and
so
it's like
true.
really not okay.
He gentrified that patch of snow in Alaska.
That's
did
our
he-
bus.
Did he talk to the bears? Did he raise up their community concerns
No, it was-
before he died?
Before he ate their berries.
it's
and
kind of interesting. We
died
talked about
alone after a lifetime
Grizzly
of
Man
abuse.
last week,
I do love Grizzly Man.
and Grizzly Man
I love that one.
had no involvement with buses at all.
No.
No.
Emotionally, he
Bears.
was a bus.
Yeah.
Emotionally, he was a bus. We're all saying
Emotionally,
it.
he was a
We're all
bus.
saying
Emotionally, he was a bus.
We're recording this, right? No, the computer's off.
Emotionally, he was a bus.
Listen, you guys had me on because I'm a pillar of the community, and you said you wanted someone to know how to make a joke. So here we are. Emotionally, he's a bus.
Emotionally, he is a bus. It's like this every week is the thing. This isn't like a low moment for
we
the
have
program.
Do you have a bear noise on there? No.
No,
Right? You have
we
a
got the-
tiger.
Pretend it's a bear.
You know, you can just, much like Werner Herzog says in that movie, no one should ever hear this.
No?
He's just listening to Quarators.
Shaking his head.
Nobody should ever listen to this.
This show is washed. It's over for Jeremy now.
That's really funny.
I'm following Mario's other projects. Well,
The indomitable spirit of man has led us the bleak void of two men looking like this for real.
no one ever talks about bus representation. Where's the sleepy bus waiting in slumber alone in the field?
We are all the depressed penguin today.
This isn't anything. So here's the thing.
Yeah, where's your show?
When no one answers the question, we just got to move on. But we got some really good ones for you today and all kinds of great little subcategories you're going to love to plug into. So what do we got first, Jeremy?
Katie, have you been on Quora.com before, out of curiosity?
Oh, I'm familiar with the internet. I've been on there before. Oh. Pitch it to me. I don't mean to brag, but I've seen Quora.com.
Yeah.
I've typed in what causes a yeast infection
Sure.
and seen that pop up
Sure,
or
and
whatever.
someone been like, it's your fault.
Yeah. You
Your
know.
sins.
Will I die if I take more than 2 birth control
Sure.
pills? You know,
Yes.
Quora has been very unhelpful to me throughout
Mm-hmm.
my life.
That's kind of its main
it's-
sales pitch.
It's actually really impressive that it still exists.
And it's having a renaissance.
It feels like a holdover
really
from a
is.
simpler time.
There's a part of me that believes the Biden administration is bumping Quora, making it a part of
Well,
our lives.
Big
I
question.
feel like it's very big for senile people, and our president definitely is going on what does a president do?
What is GDP?
Where is Jill?
just types "Where is Jill?" into Quora.
Hey there, bub. Who's going off with all these guns?
Could Master Chief beat Jill? No armor. Anyway, you're gonna love this first segment. It's a little thing called Quora Gone Wild.
These are animal questions.
This is our bear sound this week. Look out, it's a bear.
I like thinking now that any of these questions could be Joe Biden.
Well, we'll have to see. This is the first one. I think Katie was the ideal guest to ask for this one. I wrote it down and I said I'll save this for Katie.
Okay.
Our president logged into Quora.com and he wrote, "How big would a bird have to be for you to be really scared of it?"
See, she loves it.
There's so many layers to this.
How big would a bird have to be?
They get big.
Because it depends.
Okay.
What scares you?
Okay.
Speed or size?
Sure.
You guys ever see something skitter across the floor like a mouse? Like you're not scared of the mouse itself, but it's the unpredictability of its agility.
It's the unknown.
Yep. I know
Also,
that.
how many bird?
How many birds?
I think one bird.
If we're talking big bird, one bird for sure. Like a
Big
shadow.
bird
of the,
is scary.
Big bird would be
From Sesame
terrifying.
Street.
Big bird has kind eyes.
Right, but if he was a real bird, that would
Yes.
just be a dinosaur.
And they specifically they made it so that he has the intelligence of a child. Like that's like part of it.
Also,
Well, because birds are dumb.
the implication of this question kind of feels braggy. Like,
Sure.
I'm not scared of
Right.
birds.
Not me, but someone. How big would a bird have to be to scare them?
And I think it's written by a bird who's trying to get really big. Realistically, how big do I need to be, or just a bird need to be for it to be scared?
How long do I have to work out? to scare
Underrated
people?
about birds is that a lot of them, their
wings.
faces are essentially a pair of pliers.
Yeah, dog. That's for real.
So I would say the size of like a waffle-sized bird. I'm not fucking around with that. I don't know if I'd
No.
be scared of it, but I would respect it.
My good friend Zane's wife was
Is
telling
a
us a
bird.
story about how an owl landed near her mother once and deeply frightened her. Because owls get pretty large. Like a 3-foot tall owl is now like your neighbor.
Yeah.
A pigeon.
Like, that's not just a bird anymore.
A pigeon flew into my face like 2 weeks ago.
What?
I swear to God.
Did you go to the doctor?
Were you?
I didn't. I should have though.
Were you
I
on
might
a
be
jet
dead.
ski? What were you doing?
Probably gravely ill.
I went to see famous band 100 Gex. And everyone there was knocking into us, just walking into us, knocking into us. And we were like, everyone here is on drugs.
Oh, I was just going to say that is because
Yes.
they're inebriated.
And then we left the show, and then a pigeon flew into my head,
Because
hit
the
me in
pigeon
the
was
shoulder.
also on drugs.
Yeah, he had just seen Stupid Horse by 100 Gex.
I mean, and he was committing seppuku because
Yes.
it's the worst song ever written.
This bird's on too many perks.
It hit me in the head, and then it hit me on the shoulder, and then it hit the ground, and then it was like, fuck, and then it flew away.
I will say pigeons definitely are out for revenge more than any other bird.
I believe that.
So he was probably saw your podcast and didn't like your opinions. I know one sought revenge on Alex once by breaking in while you're on vacation and shitting on all your belongings.
And dying.
And dying.
Shitting
What?
and dying and
A
running
bird
into the wall
flew
and
into your
dying.
house?
That's right.
Oh, no.
We left the window a little bit open. We don't have a screen, and what happened is it smashed itself onto the glass part. I think mortally wounded itself, then crawled in through the little slit at the top, and then just flopped around shitting everywhere.
Do you have a cat back then?
We took the cats with us because we were gone for like a week, and wouldn't you know it, the blood and shit all over my house, and then a dead bird.
Sure.
And then the dead bird was dead. But the thing is, I would say 3 feet.
3 feet.
3
yeah.
feet. They have light bones, so they're not going to be that heavy.
Famously.
But the thing is, they can strike quickly, and so their mass doesn't have to be high for their force to get high because of the speed. Jeremy?
Yeah. I don't think it's the size. I think it's the anger. I think a small bird that's mad at me will drill a hole in my brain.
So much anger.
That's true.
If somehow I've upset a bird, and it's like a hummingbird, and it's just like,
That's true.
but on my forehead,
Yeah. They're
and that
like,
scares me. But if it's a really big, nice bird, a condor who's like, yo, what's up, dog?
that's the thing
Yeah, I'm not
about.
scared of 'em.
I just keep going back to owls on this because they
Sure.
are the most terrifying animals in the world to mice, and then other
To
ones are
mice.
like, look at them, they're fluffy magoo.
Right.
Their heads turn around.
Like turkey vultures are huge, but they're not concerned with you while you're alive. So like I'd be like chill with that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got in the answers, Jeremy?
Someone says this big, and then he has a picture of a giraffe next to like a bird,
A dinosaur bird.
some sort of dinosaur bird.
All right.
and then
now
a
we're looking
picture
at
of a
owls,
hawk.
aren't we? Or
Okay.
Hawks are different.
But I think like birds of prey is like cheating because that's like a pointy bird.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good answer. My son is a firefighter.
Thank you.
I don't know if I should read the rest of that, but I like just the beginning. He is used to dangerous situations. But a couple of weeks ago, his cat brought a live sparrowhawk into the house. They're not big birds, but this one was furious. I told you, anger is the
Okay. It's put the anger
and
in
is
the bird.
flying very fast from one end to the other, one end of the room to the other, screeching with talons outstretched. My son needed to get to the door at the far end of the room and let it outside. The only thing he could think of to do was to put in his winter coat, pull the hood over his head. Sorry, put on his winter coat, pull the hood over his head, and crawl on his hands and knees while this bird swooped and dived above him. I think I might have been scared of that. My question is, where's the fire in this? Why did you say he is a firefighter?
Well, because firefighters are trained in danger, Jeremy.
I also think sometimes just like
Don't comment what the fuck on this lady's bird story.
WTF!
Don't comment what the
point.
fuck on this lady's bird story. She's gonna find my address. This
maybe
is my
this
account.
firefighter's from the 50s and he was called to get a cat out of the tree.
That's true.
Apparently, it was a hawk.
bird
Oh
in
no,
a tree.
a wounded sparrowhawk.
Help me, firefighter! My hawk is in the tree.
Yeah, due to
Young
government cuts.
man, please assist me to get my large, not terrifying bird from a tree. And then write on Quora.com, how big does bird need to be?
Have you ever seen the video of that guy who's like, "This is my prize hawk. We're best friends," and he lets it up to fly as like a demonstration, and it flies over a highway and gets hit by a truck.
Oh,
It's so
what?
sad. It is so sad, but it's just like a comedy. It's
Catherine.
He's like,
This is his hawk we're talking
it's so
about.
funny. Where he's like, "This is my best friend. Watch it fly." He's like, "Objection!"
That's what
Upstage.
That's what the truck says. I lost my headphones there, but they're back. Okay. Any other good answers for this one? We got another good question after this.
Okay, I'll stop reading questions from Shirley.
Yeah, the woman just said, "What is wrong with being woke?" was the next Quora she was answering.
She's busy.
She's got
There's
a
a-
lot of
Do
things
you guys
to say.
have
It's the questions
regular
website.
posters that you keep up with on
Not
this?
really.
It's
but
hard.
We really should.
It's hard.
I think you got to follow someone's journey.
The line of like aggressive bullying over the radio and reading Quora is very thin and hard to find.
Can you read the name of this person, Alex?
Joker Normandy.
Why is that so funny to me?
Because they
nothing
couldn't
funny about
decide
it.
how much their love of the Joker was more powerful than their respect
For World War
for
II.
World War II.
I also like
That
if
is
I
the
go in his
issue.
profile, he's talking about how good unions are. We love Joker Normandy.
Dude, Joker
Union-
Normandy is a complex character.
Solidarity with Joker Normandy.
You wonder how I got these gains?
Alrighty. What does Joker Normandy says? He says, it isn't the size of the bird that scares me, it's the equipment it carries. Which is kind of the
It's like-
motion
They-
of the ocean.
Are they saying it's bird dick?
I
yeah,
think
it's
so.
freaking bird dick's probably the good question.
Deborah Powell says it would be tiny. I'm terrified of birds, and for no reason at all. Thank you, Deborah.
Well,
Damn,
Deborah,
Deborah.
sounds like you got to go to therapy.
Deborah putting it out for the whole world to see. She's afraid
let's
of
see.
birds.
Holly Russell, whose job is pro EU Brit living in Portugal. I have 2 pet emus.
Wait, there's a good story here. Hold on.
Oh wait, no, he's pro. Okay, I guess he left after Brexit. He's
Yeah.
like, fuck this.
Yeah, I went to
It's
Portugal.
Holly. That's got to be a she, right?
Yeah, that is.
Holly.
Holly, probably.
Do they have
Founder
male
of
Hollies?
tiny charity Silver Coast Dogs, helping old dogs in Portuguese shelters.
And she has 2 emus.
So she's not scared of a big bird.
No, she
We don't think
says,
so.
Maori is 2 meters tall and a real poppet. However, I admire emus have a scary look. I admit emus have a scary look about them, but they are sweet birds. However, a friend has lived in my guest cottage, and she's still absolutely terrified of them after 3 years.
Honey.
God damn. That's a hell of a poppet, this bird. If you're not afraid of an emu, you should become admin of I'm Not Afraid of Birds.
Sure,
because,
if you own an emu.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the big, that's like ostriches, and I'm always saying this on the radio, can decapitate a lion in one fell
I
kick.
mean, Australians went to war with emus.
Yeah, and they
That's
lost.
a real thing. Yeah, they did lose for a
They can't-
while.
This is the thing about birds, and
that's why they went after rabbits next, because they're like, well, that's less embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
need
we
to
can get
win.
these. Yeah. Let's get these numbers up, okay?
the emu war
emus
was their Vietnam.
made us look bad. All these sad movies about PTSD from killing emus. God damn. Okay. Yeah, people are scared of birds, but the thing is, if they are too big, they will become our predators, and there will be nothing we can do to stop them. Has a condor ever tried to eat a man?
Not yet.
I mean,
Probably at some point.
maybe a
right?
baby.
Yeah, like baby. Oh, babies are always getting eaten by stuff.
Yeah, by birds.
All right. Well, this
It's
is
a great
real.
irony of life because they come from storks.
This is a really good question. This is my favorite question all week.
Okay.
We're blowing it up top, but that's okay.
Why don't we raise hippos for meat? It seems like they could be a good food source.
Hippo meat.
Because, I mean, I want to give funny answers, but the first thing that comes to mind is because they kill more people than any animal in the world.
Because we will be the human meat for the hippo, I think is
Yeah.
why.
Because they are tanks.
I guess if you like factory farm hippos and like a truly isn't that what Okja was about?
I was just gonna say, I'd like to introduce a little film called Okja to you.
I'm getting triggered by Katie. No, I love Okja so much.
you have eating okja.
The thing about Okja is Okja never like eats his little buddy there.
right,
Okja?
She
which
doesn't
is
spear and
definitely
eat
what
them.
would happen.
Yeah.
Okja's a pig, right?
Well,
It's like a pig.
Pig
it's
hippo.
like a fictional animal.
It's a super
Sure,
pig.
sure.
The point of Okja is that it's the ultimate like livestock animal you breed to make like 1,000 pounds of meat, but then
But he's got a soul.
they give them to all of these little guys and they fall in love with them.
Because they realize that if the animal doesn't have a soul, then it's not going to be as
It's like
tasty.
the most upsetting movie I've ever seen.
Really?
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Grave of the
sweetie.
Fireflies.
No, it's way more upsetting than Grave of
Grave
the
of the
Fireflies.
Fireflies is the most upsetting movie I've ever seen.
Okay, it would be like
You both
if
have lived easy lives.
if the Grave of the Fireflies children got like sent to the Holocaust and then somehow made it out, and they were like, but it also the Holocaust is never ending for just other children. That's how Okja
And Jake
ends.
Gyllenhaal is a weird clown of a man.
And he'd be looking like Joe Rumrill.
he really
You
does.
be looking like Joe Romo.
You know, that's
really
something
do.
Joe Rumrill has asked me to stop saying, but
I remember when that movie came out, and I texted people that.
yeah, that's the thing is he looks like that.
This is
though.
a joke for truly no one. Which I don't mean as an offense to
I'm like,
Joe Rumrill.
You guys are on YouTube. None of these people know about.
I know. Which again
acquaintance.
is a mean thing to say about Joe Rumrill.
But here's the important thing is we're switching over soon to be like, yeah, that guy looked a lot like Tyler Ninja Blevins, didn't he, Jeremy?
Years ago, I listened to this podcast, a Pete Holmes podcast, which I know very embarrassing. And someone brought up, what's the name of the anti-heckler comedian?
Hofstetter.
Steve Hofstetter.
Steve Hofstetter owns
And
Heckler. Yeah.
Someone said him, and then Pete Holmes said, "Ooh, deep cut," and I just thought. That's such a mean thing to say about that man.
Yeah.
To be referred to as a deep cut.
And now to think of all the people that we talk about on here. But
Whatever.
I
who
also
cares?
think like maybe hippo meat sucks.
that's true.
Oh, right. That is what we're talking about.
Yeah. It could be too
To
fatty.
keep us on topic.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
like I feel like it's really tough.
it probably doesn't taste great.
it's like eating a whale or something. It's
Yeah.
like no good.
Nope.
What do you mean nope?
It's no good. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
It's bad for you.
Sorry to shut you down here.
I'm
It's
just
not
trying to
like
yes
that.
and. Or really just remove
right.
the and.
Tell me about this hippo thing.
Raddick says, all the quote, because hippos are big and scary answers are missing
Raddick.
the point. That has never stopped us from domesticating in the past. And there's a picture of like
I don't know.
10 guys throwing spears at a hippo who looks fine. He's like covered in blood, but he's about to kill these guys.
Yeah, he'll get a good score in there.
What has and still does stop us are long life cycles in an animal. That's
Oh.
why elephants were never actually bred on any notable scale, only caught as infants in the wild and tamed. Hippos live up to 60 years and age slowly to match.
Damn!
This doesn't make any sense because people farm turtles, and they live to be like 200.
Well,
Are you saying Radic is off?
the life cycle thing's true though, because that makes for tough meat.
That makes
That's
for
true.
tough meat.
But he's saying the issue is that like it would just take too long.
My hippo's been smoking.
Yeah, but the cruelty of factory farming would pump them full
Yeah.
you just
broke
gotta get
jizz
some
or whatever.
How
Like,
big would a fucking factory farmed hippo be?
Bro, so big. You could get them house sized. It would be downright implausible how big your factory hippo could get. The saddest creature to ever live. And you could taste the tears.
yeah,
Anyway.
salty.
Juicy.
He goes on to say the only creature on this planet that scares a human with a whip and a gun or spear is another human with a bigger machine gun.
Okay, who
It's like,
cares,
what are you
bro?
talking about?
Radic is always saying this.
Radix always coming to the party and trying to make everything about man versus man.
Have you considered the innate fear of the human animal?
Oh, Herzog.
Shut up, Radic.
Anyway, people are just like, because they're terrifying.
Yeah, they're real big. Also, they're mean and they like killing people, which is kind of
Yeah.
the difference between them and like a whale or whatever.
Right, like cows were huge, but they're naturally docile and were bred to become more so. Like it would
Yeah.
take so long to make a docile hippo, bro.
Yeah, you'd have to really break it. You have to break it inside.
Apparently, they also just don't live very well in captivity, which is convenient for them.
They're a rebellious species.
They
And they
just, like,
elude us
they
with
get
their
diseases and they die.
Huh. So somebody did try.
Yeah, people
Somebody
have tried.
tried to get the hippo meat.
People have tried.
Yeah, some like unhinged Australian like Bitcoin guys like
Yeah.
hippo burgers.
Put it all on hippo meat.
It's George Costanza who did it.
Okay. Well, that's a really thought-provoking one, and it left
thank
us
you, Rob Lindsay.
left us hungering for more. But when we have Katie here,
Okay.
Katie has a reputation as America's sweetheart.
That's
and
true.
you can't have her on the show without asking her a few questions about romance, which
All
brings us
right.
to our next segment,
Core romance.
Core Romance.
Austin Powers is romantic.
Yeah, he's mojo,
Yeah,
baby.
he makes you horny, baby.
He makes you horny, baby. Come on, baby.
I feel for your wives in this moment.
I just kept that from
Alex
my
and I are
love
two
making
married
playlist.
men who married our high school girlfriends, and we know what romance is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. I mean,
And it's Austin
actually,
Powers.
now that I know that you also married your high school girlfriend, that is romance. Is Austin Powers.
That's right. A contemporary film from when we met.
The first movie my wife and I went to on a quote-unquote date was Jackass 3D, and we sneaked in because we were underage.
We watched The Matrix at my mom's house.
Sick, dude.
But I'm not on trial here. What's important is what other people are saying that's weird, and not me, who's
right.
cool.
All right, let's go.
All right.
The Matrix is so sick. Guess who picked? Guess who picked the movie? It was me.
Yeah,
I picked
I
the
think
movie.
so.
That's
a movie
how
about
cool
love.
the Matrix. I mean, you
Neo
can't
and
tell
Trinity,
me
they love each other.
You can't tell me an intimate situation you haven't seen The Matrix. I'm stopping everything. I'm getting out my long duster and shades.
I will say I did not pick Jackass 3D. Was not
Okay.
my choice.
No, I love Jackass. I would argue Jackass is objectively a more romantic movie. Than
It's about guys who love each other.
yeah.
The Matrix is a very sexual.
And you know what? One of the most sexual franchises ever. I've never seen more people pulling on each other's
It's
dicks.
very sexual, and nothing builds a intimacy like
Yeah.
a heist.
right.
That's true.
When they're trying to get the pandas to mate at the zoo, they'll play them Jackass 2. See if it gets their blood pumping.
Anyway, what
Oh, yeah,
what
sure.
props Quora got?
Okay, so this is a romance question.
President Joe Biden asks, why do some divorces end up in murder?
Why?
Why?
The answers here aren't exactly funny.
Well, if you use the D word on this website, you're gonna poke the beehive.
I think some end in murder because it's against the church's wishes.
That is correct, and it's against God's will as well.
Dead than to defy the Pope.
It's so true.
Catherine, thank you. I'm saying this every week.
Shouts out to the Pope.
Yeah, as a Jewish woman, I would know.
Shout out. Real recognize real. You know what's going on up there.
Shout out.
But for real, though, once you break one of God's laws, it's a slippery slope to breaking the rest of them.
Yeah.
You're probably stealing, too, while you do it.
They're all equal.
I mean, hey, it's pretty easy to do in a freaking divorce. That was my couch, Bethany.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
We have a gun sound on there.
Yeah, I'm kind of loopy today. I'm sorry. I'm not nailing these gun sounds.
Jesus, Alex.
I could be slamming
these buttons.
I could be.
And then you're not even fucking pressing them.
I'm getting.
I would
some
get married to you,
ones.
divorce you, and murder you just to prove a fucking point.
Don't say that. You're wishing it into the world.
Yeah, that's right.
Ding, ding. Who murdered Alex after marrying him and divorcing him?
The thing with Quora is that if you go to Quora and you ask a question, most things you're going to get are a story about the person's life. So if you ask, why did some divorce end up in murder? People are like, my husband almost killed me. And it's like, all right, well.
My son is a firefighter. A bird snuck in his house.
I feel like Quora has the same quality as, have either of you ever worked a public-facing customer service position in like retail or something where someone's like, hi, I would like to return this screwdriver, and also let me tell you about how my husband will not have sex with me anymore.
Oh no, I have
People
not.
just like, if you're behind a counter, they just want to tell you everything that's going on with them, and I feel like this is a similar thing where they're like, hi, it turns out Yoplait has the highest calcium content, and also my bones are weak and brittle because my children never call me.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that's like the can I speak to the manager of websites?
Yes.
Quora.com.
Let's see if we can get a good story in here.
All right. Should I read this one about the woman who was abused?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, okay, good.
Do a funny
I'm
one.
glad we're all on the same page. Some divorces end up in murder probably because one of the ex-spouses become emotionally unhinged, acts out of anger, and takes the life of the other ex-spouse.
That's true.
Hopefully, murdering ex-spouses does not frequently occur.
That's by Jur Fort.
Gotta upvote that.
Wow. Jeremy's an ally. We're pro not murdering.
Yeah, well, you have to say it these days.
Yeah, but see, the good thing about this is you're going to get a lot of sympathetic feedback to the murderer. This is Jignesh Parek, who says, husband may not be ready to pay huge alimony to his wife, so husband would murder his wife instead of filing divorce case in court.
I mean, hey, we've all been there.
He's right.
But what side does the host of the Core Raiders podcast come out when it comes to divorcing your ex? Murder or no murder?
What do you think? You murdering your wife?
Like,
say it directly into the heart.
Fellas,
hey.
Ex-wives, they're so murderable.
Like, this is what I say every week. I always side with the law.
How did we lose monetization on YouTube? I don't get it. What did we say?
Is it just because of stealing the song Jump and saying that I invented the song Jump over and over again? Because I was joking about that.
I once, for an old job, I had to film a video and we were demonetized because the interviewee held up a plastic squirt gun. So who knows?
Who knows?
We've
We
said
weren't
nothing
making
bad
any
on
money
this
on there
podcast.
anyway. Who cares? We're just here bad-mouthing Joe Rumrill.
Oh, big Joe Rumrill. Nancy B says, well, it's either divorce or murder. Not both. There are obsessed and unwell people who try to cling to a relationship by extreme measures.
Wait.
Sadly, it only worsens their plight.
It's either divorce or it's murder. It's not both.
You gotta pick one.
Pick a side.
Flip a coin. Divorce or murder.
Ooh.
It's America's #1 game show.
Divorce or
murder.
Host by Howie Mandel, America's Southern sweetheart.
Let's spin the wheel and see what your spouse will do to you.
We're going to find out who gets the kids.
Okay.
Oh, wait, wrong one.
Is that going to be Who Wants to Be a
Who gets the
Millionaire?
kids? See, it would have been funny if I did it right the first
Well, I
time.
didn't want them in the first place anyway. So. But
Let's poll the audience.
What the hell? Okay.
There's not a lot of very
That one's
funny
busted.
answers on
Yeah, we're
that
done
one,
with that.
On
Yeah, I
account
think
of
we're
it being
done.
sad.
Let's just say there's no firefighter stories in that one.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is a question that's on everybody's mind.
Yo,
Okay.
And
check
I'm sure
it.
you have a great answer for
Check
it.
this, dog.
great. I'm sure I do. What the? Alex, get it together.
Do you want to throw some background music on? What do we got?
Yeah.
Oh, do we still have cereal?
Yeah, we got cereal. It only lasts for a short time though, so look out
Get
for
that
that.
on-wee piano on the mic.
I believe
All right. Well,
it. I
it shouldn't
believe
last
it's
too
over
long because
here.
we will get in trouble. Is marriage just another way for women to exploit men? I'm Sarah Koenig.
Is that the
Turn it
whole?
up. Turn it up.
Is that the whole question?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm Sarah Koenig. Who
That's
runs the
so
world?
Funny.
Girls.
It's so funny because, like, I mean, if I'm gonna be annoying about it, everyone knows that marriage was a way for the patriarchy to oppress women and like own them.
Oh,
now
here
like,
we go. The liberal media at it again.
So they want you to think,
Yeah.
but really, they
But
won't let you have a
actually,
gamer
it was a
den.
double reverse double cross where they're like, actually, I like being kept.
I think women
I
just
like being a precious fly reserved in amber, never changing.
That's like the new TikTok trend of like the return women who are like, they tricked us into having jobs.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
no, they tricked you into having like a bank account.
they don't want you to have a blue blouse. These ladies love having a blue blouse. Look it up. Anyway, the thing is that women, they want you to get married to them, and
They're trying
so
to
instead,
exploit
when you
us.
break up, you can divorce instead of murderer. But
No
the
one is
thing
more
is,
oppressed than
I
men.
gotta kill.
You know what? It's true. I've been to the meetings, and it's part of the plan where first we trap you into slavery via marriage, and then have you bring us trinkets such
Yeah.
as shiny bracelets,
Right.
spoons, appliances, tampons, and we slowly build a mech out of them
Right, right.
to do the human instrumentality project.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, you know what I was trying to say.
I know, I
but I
got what
started
you're saying.
laughing too hard at myself halfway
Yeah.
through because that one was just for me.
Katie, I'm at it again. Yeah, no, it is. It's a similar thing. The ladies be like those birds. You got to give them their precious baubles and trinkets.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they're tricking us. Let's see what the comments are. I hope they're unhinged.
Okay. Let's see.
No, it's lots of women being like, no,
Not true.
lies.
It is true. I watch a lot of reality TV, and I watched all of Love Is Blind, and that definitely
damn.
does seem a lot of women be tricking men into getting married.
That's true. They just want the prize money from the TV show. That show's ridiculous. They've released it for every country in the world.
Let me tell you something. If anything, that show proves love is not blind because
Sure.
it never works out. And also, you can't fall in love in a bubble because you need people interact. So I'm pitching a reality show where you immediately are put in the most stressful situation possible. Like all the contestants have to get on a New York City public bus and
Yes.
immediately someone with a knife gets on.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's called Trauma Bonding, the dating show.
Yeah.
okay.
Because that's what brings people together.
Yeah, you have to find parking at an IKEA.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go to a party where all your exes are, and there's lots of booze. Like, I think that would be a better way to suss out a mate for television
Those are
meetings.
slightly lower stakes than the knife one.
Well, we'll start with the knife, and that's like that's the pilot. I mean,
Well, it's
you can't
like-
do that you're gonna run out of money.
It's like Rock of Love where they have to kick a few girls off right away.
Sure.
So that's like just the cold
Yeah,
moment.
they're getting stabbed.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying instead of them being blind, they have to do the full
Sure.
fuck. And then this TV show is
Okay.
called Love is a Full Fuck.
They
and
can't
then
talk.
they
They
gotta.
have to fuck each other.
Yeah.
And then they see if they like
They
each
can
other
tell if the
after.
other guy like went to school and stuff.
Sure.
Naked and afraid to be single.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah.
Yes.
Naked and afraid of dying alone.
That's good.
Write that down.
Write that down.
It's the writer's strike. You guys need that.
yeah.
okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
all these women are in denial, and
I
they're
found a good
saying that
answer.
It's not true.
Bunny97 says,
Let's go.
I refuse to do that to any man. That's probably the main reason why I didn't get married to anyone. which I think is very funny. It's
Okay,
like,
Bunny 97.
I don't want to exploit men. At this point, the only way I would marry anyone is if I don't think I could live without them being my husband. And
Bunny
if we got a
97.
prenup.
Bunny 97, by the way, got to be 26 years old.
Bunny 97 is like, I will not
I
marry
think
anyone until I want to die.
the key word is that they did not express. They're framing this like it was a choice that they have not been married.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to manipulate men
That's true.
That's true.
because men are so
Because they're not like other girls.
precious.
Yeah, no, that's basically their whole vibe. If I look at their account.
Yeah, and like also, not to brag, but like my favorite food, it's pizza.
I love hamburger.
Wait a minute, this is Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh my god.
What else should she
Since
say?
my nudes leaked, I promised never to marry a man. Remember that? Remember when that happened?
Honestly, no. I don't know if that happened, but I erased it from my brain.
It did.
In solidarity.
I didn't make that up. I'm not some sicko.
I think you just watched X-Men and you thought that she was naked.
No.
But that's Mystique.
That I know Mystique isn't naked, or she is, but
I mean, she
is
is,
naked.
but she's blue, so
So it's
doesn't
allowed.
count.
can be any kinds of shapes.
It's Navi rules.
By the way, the things they get away with Mystique, good lord, that's a whole other podcast. But yeah, that's probably all of our romance questions for this week.
I have something to say.
What?
Not very romantic.
Come on. we had stuff about like, can you kill people? That was pretty good.
I mean, I guess that's passion.
Yeah, that's passion. You can't have love without passion.
They,
I mean, look at Mystique.
love isn't anger.
Love isn't anger.
Love without anger isn't love at all. God, the
Boom.
Red Bull is wearing off, folks.
Love isn't anger. Anger is for birds. Next question.
This one guy, Jimmy Lee, wrote a whole story about his relationship with his wife, Julia. which I just think is
his
very
real
sweet.
wife.
Julia's so great, guys.
That's literally what it is.
Shut up, Jimmy Lee. I shoot you with a gun
Oh, Jesus.
for sassing.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
His bio says, I drink and I know things, which is something that Tyrion says in
From Game of Thrones.
You sounds like
kind of a deep cut.
their game night is really fun, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, they have a strong relationship.
They
him and his
don't
wife.
do it like everyone. When they play apples to apples, they put their own cards in the mix.
Oh, their cards are against humanity.
Okay,
Okay, let's read some other
please.
questions. What's our
we
next
got some
segment?
great questions.
I
need you to click on the doc to know what the thing is. You keep going to different websites.
This is our religion segment, Forbidden Fruit.
And now I can play the Buddhist music.
Alex, you have one job.
I found it. I can't really label them.
I like that you think that Buddhists are the cops.
Well, that
you
is
said it
not
as
what
some
I
sort
think.
of weird,
Alex,
subversive thing.
The Karma Police. It's just a song.
Arrest this man.
Oh, man. Okay. This was sent in by Tobias Franklin.
Oh, Tobias Franklin?
This is kind of a logic question.
Okay.
Atheists.
Whoa.
That's us.
Let's go.
Imagine you're going skydiving with a Christian baby. Suddenly, the baby tells you he won't open his parachute until you renounce atheism and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. What would you do?
A talking baby.
All right. We've all been there.
We've all been there.
You open up your parachute, and the baby you're attached to says, hello.
I love these questions because in what world am I in this scenario? In what world am I?
God's world.
God's world.
God's world.
Next question.
I love when Christians pose these logic questions and are not concerned. Like they're like atheists. They'd go skydiving with a baby. Those godless heathens.
Yes. That's what they do.
They're probably done with their divorce and murder. What do
'Cause
you
they
do
have
after
no
that?
laws.
You take your baby skydiving next.
They
you
have no
sick
fear
fuck.
of hell.
Yeah, they have no fear of hell. They don't care if they
Well, they're
die.
not taking their baby skydiving because this is a Christian baby.
Oh, right. Well, maybe their
Right,
baby.
so this is just a baby.
Yes, who has been baptized and believes that Christ is his savior.
Have you considered during the divorce when things were getting so bad before you killed your wife that a Christian
does
neighbor
the-
took in your baby?
Why does the baby have its own parachute?
Does he? We don't know that.
It says the baby
Oh, you're
won't
right.
open
He won't
his
have
baby does
his
have-
parachute.
Because if it's a baby, he'd just be strapped to your chest and you'd be like, too bad, bitch, and you'd open your own
No.
parachute.
Guess what?
This baby is falling through the sky with a little backpack, and
Either-
his skin is flying because he's a baby.
Either your precious lamb will save us both or not at all.
Counterpoint, if Jesus Christ gave a shit about this parachuted baby, I'm sure he'd intervene. It'd all
Yeah,
work
that's
out.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, he's not. The
And
Lord is not
how
to be
about this?
tempted.
What?
The baby chose to die, right? That's suicide.
Yeah, that's a sin.
That's a
That
sin.
baby's going to hell.
Also, I talked to my good man, the Pope, and he said that baby's from a divorced family, so he's already
Oh,
fucked.
grim.
Lost cause.
He's going to hell.
Yeah, your first mistake is giving the baby his own parachute.
not open my parachute unless
Oh.
you accept Jesus.
You always do this. You never let us do anything
I
fun.
will falter my death unless you renounce your godless religion.
God, it's already such a bummer when someone brings a baby to a party. Like when your friend who had a kid is always insisting, like, oh yeah, like he loves, fucking film noir or whatever, like bringing babies to places babies don't want to be.
Right.
But now he's like popping off about his new religious
Oh my
beliefs.
god,
like it's so
dude.
annoying. Like don't
your
bring
baby sucks.
First you bring your kid to the bar and now he's proselytizing to me, bro. Like get out of here.
Imagine
Yeah,
you're about
here.
to jump and you're on an airplane and you're like, yo, this fucking rules. You guys ready? And you look over and there's a baby. You're like, fucking, you brought your baby here?
Yeah.
Why is it doing the rosary right now?
This might be baby Jesus.
It could.
It's the only baby I know that's really that Christian.
Well, and he's asking you to accept Jesus directly to your face.
It's the Christ child.
I don't know. It's just this baby's such a buzzkill. Bumps me out, honestly. But
This baby sucks, dude.
so the
Low
question
tier
is,
baby.
the question is, what would we do?
What would we do?
And I think it's let the baby die.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is an abomination child.
Yeah, I mean, and also if like a baby's speaking full sentences to me, I have more concerns going on. I
Sure.
gotta deal with my
That
own
baby
shit.
might be the devil.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
usually a Damien situation.
Right, he's pulling a trick, and
He's
also
pulling a
you gotta put your own mask on first when the plane's
Right.
going down.
That's so true. Also, like if you're with
Safety
someone
first.
and they threaten suicide, that's an abusive relationship.
That's abuse.
This baby is emotionally
Wow.
abusing you.
Yeah, I don't appreciate being gaslit by this
No.
genius baby.
Do what I want or I'll kill myself? Yeah, sounds familiar.
All right.
Yeah, I know this isn't Reddit, but this does verge into like raising my child is abuse territory.
Raising my Christian child.
That's to be covered on the bonus. Again, subscribe patreon.com/Quora. Any good answers for this one?
I want to say that what I would do, I think, is I would just pull the baby's parachute because he's a baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
I could just overpower him.
Once again, in
Bonk.
this scenario, the baby would be attached to you.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
the baby shell. What the fuck?
And the
is it
baby
called?
shell. Well, here's the thing too. Okay, so imagine the baby is attached to you and you both have parachutes. That's so fucked up.
Right.
That's gonna totally fuck up the whole thing.
Right.
Now
I
you're
think
like,
the baby is Tom Cruise.
yeah, all right. Who knows about the baby? All right. Well, does anybody have any good answers, or are they all just really mad? at the
Most of the
question?
people are just like, here's a question for you. Why would a baby be skydiving? Shut up.
Shut up.
That's what we asked.
Yeah, we ask. Would you shut up?
Most people agree with us that the baby is probably a spawn of Satan because it does talk.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, little baby.
I like this one. Frank Odin says nothing. That baby is obviously lying.
Oh no!
Because all babies are atheist.
That's true.
I don't know if that is true.
Baby. I
feel like all babies are nothing. They don't have beliefs.
So that makes
That's
them
what I'm
agnostic.
saying. Like, yeah, they're agnostic. They're neutral.
Although if they get baptized, they're technically Christian babies.
They worship their parents as gods.
I think,
they're
like-
polytheistic.
Babies are kind of like the biggest Christians because you just tell them the
low-key,
story once
dog.
and they're like, that's all I know. That's messed up what the Romans did.
I don't know. I feel like if you go to a baby, they're like, you appear and then you put your hands over your face and now you're gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's false idols.
That's true. That's for real. All right. Well, This question made me question my faith.
I like this one.
Oh,
It's probably
okay.
buffing. Babies like to bluff. Sorry, bluff. It's probably bluffing. Babies love to bluff.
Babies love to
You ever
bluff.
play poker with a baby? They
No.
love to bluff.
Yeah. I got reamed.
Yeah.
Boss Baby came over here and stole every dime I had.
That's interesting. If you're skydiving with Boss Baby, and he's telling you to renounce your religion and accept capitalism. as
Yeah,
the
you
one
also have
true
to know
God.
that he's your boss. So that's
He is
like
your
Yeah.
boss, and
He's
he is a
my
baby.
boss, so I have to do what
And
social
he's
pressure
out,
situation.
he controls my health insurance.
he's out.
I'm only
Baldwin.
skydiving because it was a company retreat. I
Right.
hate this shit, but they said I have to take part of the company culture, and
Yeah.
I never hang out after work, and that's why I don't get a raise.
And you're gonna need health insurance when you're skydiving.
Oh wait, can I read one more answer before we move on?
Yes, please.
I would watch the baby go splat.
Come on.
you idiot! The baby has its own parachute. Freaking moron!
That's kind of what we said. We can't really make fun. That's exactly what
I
we
love
said.
freaking moron.
Freaking morons. The answer to all of these questions.
All right,
Freaking dumbass.
Cool.
Cool.
Next segment, the Quoker.
All right. This is the Quoker.
Incel and Manosphere.
oh,
The
okay.
Quoker. It's like the Joker, but it's Quora. Neither of these questions are really that related to incels.
I feel like the divorce. I feel like romance section was more incelly
Yeah.
than.
It was a split. I didn't know where to put it. But this is a really good one because the incels are always saying this. And the
This has
question is...
This has one answer. So we could be the second people to ever answer it.
Okay.
Why have Marge Simpson's beautiful sisters, Patty and Selma, never married? We all agree that the sisters are beautiful.
Well, I think an incel would think Patty and Selma are beautiful because they're involuntarily
or
celibate.
anyone.
They're so full of cum that they think Patty and Selma are beautiful.
One of them did get married to Troy McClure.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
I'm going to write it.
it was a sham marriage.
Oh, yeah. All right, put that in
One
there.
of
We're going to get a
them
ton of Quora
did.
gold for this
One of them did actually. And then I'm going to write,
to Troy McClure.
no, I'm going to write freaking moron.
Fair enough. Yeah, and that must have been really hard for Selma or whoever the
I
one
mean,
who didn't
she
get married
leaves him,
was.
and it's like a whole thing. Clearly, this guy is not
Not a real
versed
fan.
in the canon.
Yeah, he doesn't know The Simpsons as well as he could.
There is one answer from Kalo Fox who says Patty is a lesbian, and the show premiered during a season when gay marriage was illegal.
Yeah, that is true.
Sorry, during a time when gay marriage was illegal in the United
Season.
States. I'm reading everything wrong. She also got married in one episode, but the quote woman she fell for turned out to be a man.
The homophobia season.
Principal Charming demonstrates that she can't really get married anyway because as a twin, she has a special bond with Selma. That doesn't make any sense. As for Selma, she has gotten married multiple times.
Well,
Okay, so
everyone
it's
knows
covered.
it's forbade by the church for twins.
Yes,
to
twins may
marry.
never marry because of their special bond to each other.
True, and their very existence is an abomination.
Yes. My dad's a
Yes.
twin.
For God has liked no thing so much, he made it twice. Did that make any sense?
Yeah.
You got close.
The
Twins are bad.
God has not made something so nice, he made it twice.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah,
I got it
yeah.
the second time.
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
good. Leave that in.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so your dad's a twin?
My dad's a twin. I'm a spawn of a twin. He's
What's
left-handed.
that like?
He used to kill small animals as a child. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the last part.
He is left-handed,
He is
though.
left-handed, though. That's messed up, man.
That's so fucked up.
That's so
Makes me
weird.
sick. That's all the answers we have about
Did you
Marge
learn how to
Simpson.
snowboard fakie?
Did I learn how to snowboard fakie? Because my dad is a twin?
You left-handed?
I did not.
Did he go fakie on your ass when you were just popping up
I'm
as a
so
pup?
fucking mad, dude. It's called Goofy.
Oh,
called fucking
whatever.
Goofy.
What's fakie? Is that skateboarding?
I don't think it's anything.
Fakey, I think. I don't know. It's a thing that you do in skateboarding. I think, right? Like a type. Like it's
I
a
need someone-
modification.
You are so cool.
I need somebody
So,
to
here's the
support me
thing.
right now. I'm in a very vulnerable place where a woman is judging me.
Dude, that are so
You
exploited.
guys are awesome.
Somebody commented on the episode last week. I don't know how you guys know so many things, and I don't know if they're making fun of us. But I assume they are.
we do. We know about fakie.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
else?
dog.
That's
Can you
because his dad's
do-
left-handed.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
Yeah.
And he's a twin.
He got forced to write with his right hand, and that's probably why he killed all those people.
I mean, most of the facts about your dad seem pretty
I
normal.
want to hear
except for the
Alex
last
tell
one.
me more snowboarding
Sure.
terminology.
Well, when you wear the helmet, that's called hooding up.
Is it?
I don't know. Let's move on. Let's move on to any other thing. Let's get something else in the chat real quick. Let's see what this is.
All right. Okay. We have one more question, unless we are low on time. No, we're fine. My son, my son only selects female characters in video games. Is that a sign of homosexuality? He says that he picks them because they remind him of his mom, parentheses, my wife. Nani? Everything about this is scaring me. This question is horrifying.
So before we move on to the homosexuality,
you know what? I'm sorry. I'm just going to give him it straight. Yes.
He's gay. He's gay for his mom.
100%.
He's gay for his mom.
he's always playing his mommy.
Who is, of course, my wife.
How are you as a man role playing as my wife?
And also, you should fight your son.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
He's going to usurp you for power.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming after your queen. Gamers always go straight for the queen. Game on, gamers.
I was actually
Shout
genuinely going to say yes until they qualified it with, he says it reminds me of his mom, which means this person's like 6 years old.
he's a literal baby.
He's the parachuting baby.
Yeah. He says it's because atheism is a sin.
So he's saying, I mean, it's not, I don't think he means like he's building a female mom, like a Sims
he's
mom.
saying
It sounds like
he's playing Mortal Kombat and he picks Sonya Blade.
Yeah,
because
that's what
it
I'm
reminds
saying,
him of
yeah.
mommy.
Yeah, your mom must be so freaking hot.
But also, like, video game characters are stacked titty monsters. Like, what's
Yeah.
hornier than playing
Well,
Cammy or whatever?
We haven't seen this guy's mom.
Oh, you know what the thing is?
She could be
She could
fucking.
be stacked, yo.
She could be stacked.
Yo, she's stacked. And this also is like if your dad was asking you why you keep picking Taki and Soul Calibur over and over again, and the characters liked menu, you might be like, because it reminds me of mom.
But
Don't
it be
look
funny,
at this.
Wouldn't it be funny if he's like, why do you keep picking these characters? And then his wife comes in. She's like, honey, like I made dinner. And she's like a purple night elf. And she's got huge tits and she's wearing loincloths.
I'm on my way, my stacked wife.
How does this remind you of your mother? And
Is
then
it
she's
just-
Cortana.
Is this just because your mother has Melina's mouth with the terrifying blade teeth? That's a little joke just for gamers.
Ooh,
Game on.
Is this a gamer channel?
That's
Yeah,
right.
It is.
Like,
Shouts out.
Subscribe. Check
my
out that
God.
Don't forget
Patreon.
to game.
And by the way, pick up the sticks.
What if Grand Theft Auto was real life?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
We unfortunately did get a 2-shot this week, so we cannot ask if Fortnite is bad. Even though we look just like the kids in the meme.
Is Fortnite overrated? I say no.
I think yes.
You two
And that's why it's a podcast.
You two look like two small boys on
Come
the couch.
on. It's hot out. I'm wearing shorts. And my Spirited Away graphic tee.
My short pants.
Don't look at my legs. Yeah, this kid's gay as hell.
I play Psylocke.
Oh my god.
There's something on Quora Plus.
Oh yeah, we gotta subscribe to Quora Plus now. Apparently. Oh, this is just
God.
Or is it just a blurry image that's been uploaded to regular
fucking
Quora?
know.
What does that mean? There's no way to unlock the blurry image.
Oh my god, this question has brought out the longest fucking answers.
Are people mad?
Everyone is just like, hello, let me start off by saying I am a gay man and I love video games.
I love my mom.
This is asking for
Yeah.
like deep lore
Oh,
of
yeah.
Terry, random man on internet. Because like, you know, there's so many stories of like, I knew I was gay when I got a boner for fucking, you know,
got this.
Bayonetta or whatever. And it's like, do I want to fuck her or do I want to wear her shoes? And it's like, great, that's totally valid. This is Quora.com.
My first boyfriend was Captain Olimar from Pikmin.
You know, when I saw Mr. Game & Watch, I wish my bucket was being filled.
I wish he'd flip my bacon.
Mr. Gay and Watch.
Mr. Gay
That's our
watch.
big new character.
Yeah,
Okay.
for real though.
Side note, when I was in high school, me and my
Respectfully.
friends made a trolling post on like fanfic.net about
course.
Mr. Game & Watch getting his bucket filled by Captain Falcon.
Beautiful.
And then it garnered
Show me your moves.
and then it garnered a following, and we felt trapped by a joke of our own making. And I believe there are 4 volumes of
Wow.
it floating around there.
Wow.
Uh-oh, public attention.
Katie wrote My Immortal. Throwback.
Writer strike who?
Most of the answers are just like people trying to be like, listen, your son's a good kid. But I want to see like the guy who's in denial and is just like, no, it's not gay at all. The women have smaller hitboxes, so it's actually
Yeah.
like more elite to play as them.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I
big-
mean, it's just
a big
like
head move.
she's OP, so like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weak ass bitch move,
Yeah.
but
well,
we'll
on
be
it,
making rank.
and just
one is
as a
considering-
gamer, it is worth considering that some of them are OP.
Also, some people are saying maybe they're picking women characters because they're attracted to them.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
That's-
horny for the women characters.
that's what I was
is-
saying before. Is that you gotta
There's nothing
jack
Yeah,
off
sweeter
to
than it.
those.
Yeah, when mom comes in seeing you touch your ding dong, you're like, oh, she's just beautiful.
Do kids still do that though? Because porn is so easy to
Yeah,
get to
do
now.
kids jack off?
No, but I mean,
Sound off.
Sound off. They say the new generation stop jacking off, but I know better than anyone that you love Fortnite.
I read an article on in the New
I
York
stand
Post.
by my point.
The New York Post says kids, they're not jacking off anymore.
It's just they all have
Kids
little
today.
supercomputer phones. So why would you need to jack off to Taki from Soul Calibur?
You have brought up Tacky from Soul Calibur twice now, Alex.
She's
I don't know
the
what she
best
looks like. I'm
one.
gonna look it up.
She's wearing a full like uniform.
Is that how you spell it? Taki, T-A-K-I?
Yeah. The chat knows.
I'm looking it
Back
up.
me up in the chat on this.
Taki. She's in all red.
Yeah,
Her boobs are bigger than her head.
her boobs are bigger than her head. She's wearing no clothes except
I
a
would-
belt under her boobs.
I would argue that
happening?
a generation of people, when they're too young to even know of sexuality, will probably pop their first gender non-specific boner to like a Soul Calibur character, type it in, and then find out about pornography.
Right.
That's so true,
I
That's
Catherine.
so true.
But the thing is that it's
Catherine, you're right again.
I feel like statistically it's less like the woman who's one giant boob and more often like a weird nice fox in a Disney cartoon.
yeah, I would
I don't know about
argue
that.
more people are jacking off to anime boyfriends than ever. I mean, look at
true.
TikTok. It's
That's
just
true.
like countless like boyfriendos.
I mean, look at TikTok.
I
at
should
TikTok.
reveal at this point, I've been talking a lot about my wife. She is a pillow.
She's
Oh.
a beautiful pillow.
Beautiful. Mazel tov.
Thank you. Yeah, we had, she stepped on the glass. It was very hard for her to break it at our wedding.
I had to throw the pillow at the glass.
It was dangerous.
It took an hour. Well, that
She
answers
is
that
also Jewish.
question.
She
And
converted.
she's Jewish and she's a pillow.
Should we read any of these answers? I don't really want to.
No, they suck.
No, I don't want to learn about people's thoughts and feelings on this. I just want
Yeah.
jokes.
I'm bored and I'm leaving.
Although there are a lot of people who are like, nah, I do it because they're so hot. This one guy says, mostly though, if I'm gonna have to stare at someone's ass for 40 plus hours,
Come on.
I'd prefer it to be one I'm attracted to.
I prefer it to
40
look like.
plus hours.
Listen, if I'm gonna play God of War, I gotta look at this hot guy. That's ridiculous.
I had to install a mod where Kratos looks like my mom.
No, Alex knows this, but on dating apps, there is a man in the New York City area that dresses up as Kratos,
it's West Elm Caleb.
and he is on every app, and he always has his first picture as himself dressed up as Kratos.
That's very weird.
It's so fucking.
Is it the
fun.
bearded Kratos?
Yes.
Yes,
He's a good father.
he's a
But he
stern
was doing
lover.
it before the most recent game. Like
Okay.
this has been a long-term
That makes me sick.
staple.
He identifies with old Kratos, who had problems.
I don't think that gamers should procreate.
You know,
I think
he
that's-
literally killed Poseidon. See too many people standing for Kratos.
Yeah.
He is the God of War.
If you date the guy who dresses up as Kratos and that's like his whole thing and he kills you, you got to be like, well, I should have
That's
seen
on
this
me.
coming.
That's on me.
Yeah, shocker. He has anger issues.
He's taking his crazy scythe whip and cutting my head off with it. So
I want to know what those DMs are like.
Sure.
woman.
Is there like a skill tree involved? Like,
Yeah. My boyfriend unlocked cunnilingus.
Oh no, I'm picturing it.
move on.
There's
No
nothing to move
more.
on to.
The podcast is over.
We have to now ask our own Quora. Because when you take from a community, you must then give back.
You must then give back.
Take a penny, leave a penny.
That sucks.
What did we talk about? It does kind of suck. What was it? We're gonna get answers on this question.
I
today.
just like it when you guys bully.
Yeah.
I don't like it when the kids tell you not to be mean. I think they need to suck it up.
Well,
I won't reveal anything else, but the email we got from someone who said that we made fun of them on Quora.com was eye-opening. Just to get an email already this early on to be like, hey, that person you said was dumb, that was me. I'm a listener.
we're aiming for this to happen thousands of more times.
I believe in you.
Let's ask a question.
Especially if you insist on listing snowboarding lore.
Yes. Should we talk about snowboarding or Kratos for
That's
the question?
my question, yeah. How do I find a girl who's attracted to my love of Kratos from God of War?
That's a good question. I mean, you could just ask a wrong one too. Is snowboarding called? If you snowboard with your left foot, is that fakey?
You should just say what's fakey with it.
What's fakey with it?
No,
That's not gonna get anything. We should do the Kratos one. People like
Okay.
answering questions about games.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. Would Kratos be a gentle lover?
There you go.
There you go.
Answer's no. We've all played the hot tub scene.
Yeah. You have to rotate the sticks so fast. By the way, fellas, if you're rotating your sticks that fast, you gotta
You're
you
doing
gotta do it.
something,
You gotta do it different.
Real quick, the suggested question, because it's like other people have asked similar questions. And the top one is, who is Kratos angry with? I'll tell you this. I think it's himself.
He's angry with a lot of people. I'll tell you.
Kind of this thing.
He rips skeletons in half. He's a sick fuck.
That's his
All
vibe.
right.
Oh my
I've asked the
goodness.
question.
I keep trying to curse less on this show, and I never do it. Oh well.
Oh, was I not supposed to swear?
No, it's fine. It's just
God, no. That's
I-
ridiculous.
I'm
We
just
can
trying to
swear
be
as
a
much as we
better. I'm
want.
trying to be a better man for my kids, who I don't have yet. But I'm taking skydiving after their baptism.
Oh, okay,
That's
cool.
nice.
Yeah. Oh well.
why are you an atheist?
I don't have to tell you that. I'm gonna be one of those. I'm gonna be one of those dads who's just like.
What?
Yeah, you asked me a question. I'm just.
You have to do the hand motion though. Yeah, there we go.
All right, play the theme song.
Yeah. Okay. Katie, it's been so much fun reading all these questions with you on the question website, Quora.com. What are you up to? Where can people find you and your stuff?
You can find me on Instagram at Oh Hello Katie Rose, Twitter if that still exists at Katie Rose, and subscribe to my music podcast, KRL's Stupid Music Cavalcade, at patreon.com/stupid music, please.
If you're a music head, you gotta check out this cavalcade.
You love songs and
Yeah.
dance.
You like it? There's no atheist babies or Kratos, but you never know.
Not yet.
I'm open to guests.
Get the baby on your show.
You'll have to stay tuned for
I'm
that.
gonna debate the Christian baby on next episode.
Hey, I don't
That
wanna
would
be
get
in
a
the
lot of
room.
views on
And
YouTube.
then we're just gonna go through POD's catalog. So it's really gonna be a great
Here
time.
comes
Yeah,
the boom.
look out for the clip video that's Christian baby owns Katie.
The baby wins.
And then it's
Christian
Katie
baby.
like crying and screaming. That's too bad how that's gonna happen. Oh well.
All right. Well,
Until next time, folks,
for
remember,
listening.
question everything.
okay, bye. Follow us on Patreon or something.